Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, February the 3rd, and it is a beautiful day here in Wainwright. Gotten a little chilly again, but you know what? We can handle the cold. We're good, hardy Canadians. This morning, I would like to talk to you about sort of more of a bloom where you're planted kind of talk. Dude's groaning at me here on the chair. It's about what we are called to do by God using the tools that God has given us, just by being ourselves. And the person that I would like to highlight today to sort of use as an exemplar is Captain Sir Tom Moore, who died yesterday of COVID complications at 100 years old. Now, you may have heard of him before. He is the military veteran, the World War II veteran in England, who decided that he was going to walk 100 laps of his yard this past spring in honor of his 100th birthday to raise money for the NHS, the National Health Service in the UK. And he had hoped to raise £1,000. I'm going to get choked up here. It turns out he raised well over £32 million. He also participated in an online song, making him the oldest individual singer to have a number one song on the charts. And he was knighted in July by the Queen. The beautiful thing about this is that none of those things happened because of who he was as a young man. He served in early. He would join the military early in World War II, and served in India and Burma and a few other places. And he earned the medals that he received, and he worked hard and he sacrificed, as did every member of every military during our world wars and beyond. But that's not why he was a hero. Captain Sir Tom Moore was a hero because he chose to do something that he could do literally in his own backyard. He decided that he wanted to support the frontline workers in the hospitals in the National Health Service in the United Kingdom by raising some money to help them, to honor them and thank them. And so he decided to walk 100 laps of his own yard. And in doing so, he inspired not just a nation, but the world. Donations flew in from around the world, and birthday cards for his 100th birthday came in piles and droves, and he was acknowledged as a hero right around the world, around the globe. But his heroism did not come because he set out to be a hero. His heroism came because he wanted to honor the people that he saw working so hard, the people who needed his help. And at almost 100 years old, he knew that he didn't have a lot to offer, but he could try something small. And Tom's small thing of walking 100 laps around his yard grew into something he could never have guessed. He could never have asked or imagined of himself. That's pretty phenomenal. That's pretty amazing. That money raised, the work that Tom did, the money that was raised because of him, because of Captain Sir Tom Moore, that money raised will go way beyond anything that his £1,000 could do. So many people can be helped. So many resources can be purchased with over £32 million. So we're talking, close to 60 million Canadian dollars. I didn't do the math, but around there. That's a lot of money. Because one individual, who was almost 100 years old, wanted to celebrate his 100th birthday by helping someone else. Wow. God used Tom Moore to do something incredible, something earth-shaking, something miraculous. But he used him right where he was. He bloomed where he planted. He did something that he could do. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by feeling like we're called to do something, but what could we do? What could little old Rachael do here in Wainwright, Alberta? What could I offer? What could I possibly give to the world that would be of any kind of importance? Well, the truth is that kind of what could I offer needs to come from a place that isn't worried about the massive impact. It's like the little boy, the story told about the little boy walking along the seashore, sending or throwing the starfish back into the ocean. When an older man comes up to him and asks him, "What are you doing?" He tells him, they need to be in the water. I'm helping them." He said, "But there's thousands here. You can't help them all." He said, "Yes, but for every one that I throw in, it helps him." His life is changed. I've not quoted that well, but you get the point. We may be overwhelmed by the idea that we need to do something big, that we need to do something that will help the world. And the fact is that we could help the world of one person, or two people, or three people, just by doing something simple. What is God calling you to do? And Tom's perfect proof that you can't say that your age or your physical abilities are the things that are holding you back. God is calling you to do something in your world, in the world of another person or other people, that you are capable of doing. What might that be? Maybe it's walking laps. Maybe it's having a dry February and raising money for cancer. Maybe it's as simple as making a phone call, picking someone to be somebody that you pray for every day, and giving them a call every day, and just to say, "How are you doing? I wanted to check in. How are you in this pandemic?" There are a lot of people who are very lonely, a lot of people who are really suffering and don't even maybe realize it because this has been going on for so long. You, too, can be like Tom Moore. You can do something that you never thought you could do. Don't worry about the end result. Don't worry about what that something will look like. Don't worry about what your legacy might be. Choose something. Pray today to ask God to help you figure out what it is that God is calling you specifically to do. Ask God to help you figure out what that is and how you're called to do it and who you're called to do it for or with. And then just go do it. Give it a try. You will not change the world necessarily, but you might change the world for some other person, and you'll definitely change the world for yourself. This is a good day to start the Tom Moore fan club. This is a good day to start following in Captain Sir Tom Moore's footsteps. Let's figure out where our 100 laps will be, and then discover where God will take us by the end of those laps. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Take some time to pray. Take some time to just be peaceful. Take some time to figure out what God is calling you to do. That maybe where you are planted could be a place where a garden will bloom. Something that the seed that you started will create a beautiful landscape for the world to see. But whatever it might be, just start simple. Just start simple. Just start like Tom did. Come up with something that you could do that would help another person, and go from there. And maybe you too, like Tom Moore, will change the world, or maybe just the world of the person that you love enough to reach out to. But God bless you and keep you this day, and as you figure out with God what you are called to do. May you stay safe. May you stay home. If you have to go out, wear a mask. And I'll see you again tomorrow for Church at Home with Rachael. God bless everybody.